All right.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Warfare. But it's a special Wednesday Night Warfare. It's very special because this is Austerlitz Day. December the 2nd, 1805, of course, is the Battle of Austerlitz. That's why Sean Connery is here, whereas he would usually be here, of course, only on Saturdays. But he asks us to ring the Austerlitz bell. There, we did it. It is the anniversary of Napoleon's greatest victory over the combined Allied armies of the Austrians, and happy Austerlitz Day over the Austrians and the Russians. And we're happy to be here. I put up a poll on my Twitter page asking people whether we should do this with Commands and Colors Napoleonics or whether we should do it with Blucher. And I discovered that once again, yes, we just ought to call this the Blucher channel because folks said, let's do it in Blucher. And so here we are. A scenario some of you might have seen before. It's given to us, of course, by Ross McGee, who joined us on Saturday from the Old Meldrum War Gamers. It is a scenario I ran at Cyber Wars some months ago when the weather was much nicer up here in the Midwest. And so it's great to be able to do it with some friends, most of whom I think will be familiar to those who are regulars to this crazy little broadcast. But before I do anything else, if Dalinor, first of all, we're going to shout out Dalinor. Hi, Dalinor. Hope your class is going well. Hope your computer's fixed. Leipzig is on Saturday. No excuses. But the other piece of it is I want to be able to... There we go. No, I need my link, for heaven's sake, so that I can put out the news that we are... Crazy little broadcast. Doing this here. Holy cow. People have crashed in. Hello, Tommy. Good to see you. Dave, we got to get this fixed. We got to get you in here. Hey, Jeff, thanks for Happy Austerlitz Day, and looks like we were rolling. I have a pending invite? Okay, we're going to crash the crowd with Dave. That's going to be all right. Let me do this. Stay near your machine, Dave. Let's see here. I don't see it. Do I have a pending? Oh, wait. Haha.
Whatever it is, just blame me. That's fine.
No.
Probably me anyway.
I'll take you up on that.
I accept him. How do I accept you? Oh, there we go. I check it. I confirm it. Okay, we are totally friends now. That's what matters. Good.
You're going to make me switch teams again, aren't you?
No. Actually, the Allies will always have a little bit more space, so that's going to work very, very well. So what we got to do is just get over here. There are 30 million different places to go in Steam to get people to be able to join you.
How are we going to play on such a small table?
I know, right? It's like we feel jammed in here. It's probably not even safe. It's probably...
We're not going to have to crawl on the table to move the pieces.
Yeah, I think that this is... I'm going to say it's not safe. Where is he now? Oh, there it is. All right, I've invited you to the group, David. All right, so get in here.
Just don't anybody elbow me.
He's joined the chat. I got him, and now I'm going to get him in. Oh, now he's coming to the voice chat. This is live stuff, people. This is technology from the 21st century. Take this.
Technology.
Now I just got to get you in here.
Live without a net.
Hey, invited you to the group. Dave, how you doing? Dave, how you doing?
Hey, it's a pleasure.
Just don't anybody elbow me.
So what we're going to have you do, unless you've got a headphone, instead of headphones you can put on, is put yourself on push to talk.
Yeah, okay. Let me just figure out how to do that.
He's going to figure that out. He's going to join us. That's awesome. And that will give me the opportunity to jump over here and post a video.
Video posting.
Because we decided it just wasn't crazy enough to try to play an Austerlitz game, but we wanted to play it with as many people as possible. Whee! All right, and the Austerlitzing is live. Awesome. Oh, my goodness. All right, you're going to be there Saturday? That's what I wanted to hear. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys, for showing up. I doubt I need to introduce to this group the Battle of Austerlitz, for heaven's sake. I think this is a very well-known battle. How it plays out for Napoleonicists in any event. Once we get Dave to figure out his page, we'll be able to assign him over to the Allies. But let's go around the table real quick. In as Emperor Napoleon is not Dalinor. So we're instead going to have Griffin26 do his best Vive la France, I think, or something. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Hey, thanks.
And over here we have also playing in the uncomfortable role of the French, our honored guest, the Dragoon Commander himself, Brant. How are you?
I'm here for the sarcasm.
Excellent. We have lots of that. Coming in is the proud commander of the Allied forces in his usual Russian green. We have Mike, OJ's dad. Good evening.
Good evening.
And joining him as ever to try to push back the perfidious French is Velker. How are you?
I'm well.
All right. So everybody's doing well. So let's talk a little bit about the scenario. I think everybody can see where everything pretty much is. Let's talk about how we're going to divide up the forces. Once Dave gets in here, we'll talk about where these extra reinforcements go. But the Austrians, the Allies, as we discovered, divide up into two pretty efficient groups the first time we played it. You'll note that they're all pointed this way at the lovely little town of Telnitz. And I should have, I can't believe I neglected this. Under the scenario, these guys all start out prepared. It will be remembered that Napoleon Bonaparte tricks the Allies, and this is right at the point where the Allies have sort of started to buy into the trick. Napoleon has ceded this whole area, this Pratzen Heights that I'm circling with my hand. All these troops in here are sitting on the Pratzen Heights, and he's come off it, and he is trying to convince the Allied commanders that he's weak, that he can be killed, that he can be smashed, and that they can come off and take him in the flank and roll up his army. Well, what he's actually done is moved the strength of his army over here to his left and center so that he can punch up this way and do that kind of damage to the Allies. So this is really the moment that it picks. Velker, OJ, how do you want to split these guys up? You've got this column here. This whole big group of guys. You've got this bundle of guys here, and you've got this bundle of guys here. What do you want to grab?
Velker, how about if I take this advancing column?
So you want these guys?
Yeah, is that okay? Or
And I'll take these two.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. You'll defend the.
Deal.
You'll defend up here on the ridge line, and I guess
All right,
toggle
we'll talk
on the
about
attack.
we'll talk about who wants to get
Advance.
these, because
Cool.
these are some pretty sweet troops. Those are the hyper special French, or what am I saying? The Russian Guard, including under Bagration and under the Tsar himself. So those are some very high quality troops, as you'll see if you mouse over them and look at their stats. Griffin Brant, the French kind of divide up this way. You've got this nice puddle of cavalry over here along with these fellas. You've got, this is the Imperial Guard. This is the best troops in your force right there. You've also got these fellas and these fellas, which represent Sue's Corps. All through here. And then you've got all these guys down through here. You also have, and these guys come on as reinforcements, Marshal Davout's Corps, which is going to be marching up from Vienna, which is over this way.
Hey, Jim.
Yep.
Our other player's in, but there's no colors available for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a spare color.
Well,
I'll have to maybe
the
assign
nice
them.
thing about Tabletop Simulator is we can fix that.
You're right, we can. It's a pleasure.
It's nice to have you.
Just has
Nice
to go over
get you on.
Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. It slipped my mind there for a second.
So the question becomes, did I successfully...
It's easy to go over to the other room and get a spare chair.
Did you have... You will now find you may choose yellow. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, I've put you on the wrong side of the table. Forgive me. because the thought was we're going to put you on the Allies just because they've got more troops to move about. And what's the point if you don't? So it's impossible not to notice you're coming at us with an accent. Where are you from, Dave?
So I'm from Essex, so just north of London.
Awesome. I have. All right. So once again, I'm going
Jim, I think I accidentally moved the whole brigade of dudes.
Why?
I promise I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to like pan around the table
I can always
because I'm incompetent at this. Like that's
He was he had him retreating already before the first shot.
where are the dudes that you think you moved?
I think I dropped them.
The
back
ones
in
you
there.
just put back.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, somebody just put them back.
Dave seems to have a handle on it. You're hired. Very good. And I do have a yellow there for you to grab, which is good. All right, so we have a home. Dave, one of the things that we do is we do sort into teams. Since you're on Team Allies, if you would join the Spades, you do that by left-clicking on your name, and it says Join Team, and you join the Spades. And that way you can take advantage of the team chat, which is at your lower left. I would say to both to Dave and to Brant, if you haven't done it yet, go up and lower your lift height, which on your menu is the guy lifting weights at the upper right. That's a slidey bar. Drop it all the way to the bottom, if it's not already. Makes moving miniatures much, much easier. So let's talk about...
Jim,
Mine
real
is
quick.
all the way at the bottom.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Hey,
cool.
Jim, real quick. You had a quick question there in the YouTube chat from Renaud.
To Renaud, just follow me. I post all our games. I think this one is there already. I did it for Cyber Wars, and I think it's already in there. But if you just follow me, everything I play, I post. You can find it there. Love to share.
Is it okay? Yeah, and he can download those, and if you want to use the assets in a different scenario or battle, he's okay to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, everything I do comes apart. I'd be the first one to admit that I steal all this stuff. So I have borrowed it from the generosity of others. It would be wrong of me to do anything else. The only thing I don't do is post copyrighted material for fairly obvious reasons, I hope. All right, so let's talk about the briefings. Let's talk about the situation and what has to happen here. Victory conditions. The Allies win by holding Kobelnitz, Sokolnitz, Telnitz, and the Pheasantry all at the same time. Okay, and so what that basically means is if they hold this, 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 that's it. Yep.
So all the towns you're saying?
Yeah, all these here.
Oh, of course.
You know, this side of the battlefield. That's how they win. Or by breaking the French morale. The French win by holding Holowitz, Pracha, and Blasowitz. Those... Blasowitz. Holowitz. Pracha. All right. So that's how you win. Or by breaking the morale of your foe. Due to the fog, and this was the famous fog of Austerlitz, the maximum visibility in the areas covered by the first two gradients on the map is 2 base widths up to and including turn 3. Okay? So it's only 6 inches. What does that mean? That's this area down here. You see this? All through here?
Okay.
That's only 6 inches. You can only see 6 inches out there. And then you got the second gradient, which is this one here. So where these guys are, you can only see 6 inches out. After turn 4 until turn 6, it goes to 4, and then it all lifts. The French get 5 Mo dice. The Austrians get 4. And I love it that they call it the Austrians, even though there's a huge Russian contingent. For the French, Davout, by the way, the French can rally, I should say that. Yep, that's what I thought. What do we talk about with Davout? His 3 corps. His 3 corps gets diced for. Okay? As his troops come on, the French players are going to have to roll for him to see whether or not he arrives. His arrival does affect their overall morale. All right. Ooh, I know, right?
Very nice.
Let's talk, however, about these. Let's talk a little about these Austrians. I guess that's what they're calling them. The Austrians have those 2 very large groups right off map. I think you all have noticed them.
Sort of hoping they'd get knocked on the floor.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable. The first group, the advanced guard, arrives at the map edge at 9:20. Tsar Alexander is eligible to arrive at the start. When is 9:20? Good question. Turns are 20 minutes, so 9, and we start at 8 o'clock, so 3, 4, 5 at the start of turn 5. So again, these guys can start marching on right at the beginning. Obviously not here in the water. And these guys start arriving at turn 5.
The famed Austrian Marines.
That's them. I suppose I should ask. I know Brandt hasn't. Dave, have you played Blucher?
I have not. I've seen a few of your videos, and it's intrigued me. And
Right.
but the rules, you might have to
Absolutely.
hold my hand
Absolutely.
in certain places. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, if it's okay with Velker and OJ, I would think that we would entrust Dave to these reinforcements over here. And you can decide what you want to do with these when they show up. But at a minimum, start him out with these at turn start. And that way he can watch you as you move to try to start to see the ropes. Same thing for Brandt. That's one of the reasons I wanted him on the second side, is so that he would have the opportunity to watch and see how it's played. The basic premise of Blucher, I don't know why we got all these dice. Do we have a die roller out there too? We do, good. The basic premise of Blucher, forgive me. Velker and Mike, are these concealed? You cannot see these, correct?
We can see the.
You can see yours, but not the others.
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you. Just checking.
Yeah, we can't even see the tabletop, to be
Good.
just FYI for you.
Good.
Not that it matters, but
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So here's the deal, and this is for Brandt and for Dave. Every turn, your opponent is going to roll a certain number of dice. Based on that number of dice, which is concealed from you, you're going to be able to take a certain number of actions. The way we do it is we start out with broad actions called core activations. These core activations, these units, you'll notice every unit has a tooltip on it that indicates what core it is in. If a unit in the same core and within 3 inches of another unit in that core is activated, it may be activated more efficiently. Every activation costs a mere 1 point. You always want to activate as many core as possible. Movement in Blucher is far simpler to do than to explain, but I'll try this. In Blucher, if you want to move an infantry unit, or any unit I should say, you may start that movement by pivoting any way you want. And in Tabletop Simulator, you pivot by holding down the left button while selecting, and then using your Q and E key. After you're done pivoting as much as you like, you must go straight ahead, and in case of infantry, you may go ahead 6 inches. If you want to make a smaller move, or make more facing changes, we do what we call a difficult move. And that is a mere 3 inches for infantry, 6 inches for cavalry. You must also make a difficult move if you enter certain types of terrain. Urban, these lakes, rivers. By the way, these are the famous. These here are the famous frozen lakes of the Battle of Austerlitz. They may not be entered by artillery. The guns are too heavy. Musketry range in Blucher is a scant 6 inches. All measurement is from the front center of the firing unit. Gunnery in Blucher is much, much longer. In fact, it's 24 inches. A lot of this other stuff is best explained in the doing. So the place every turn starts, and just Brant, I'll show you this, just so you can get familiar with the mechanism. I'm going to ask that this is already set over here to roll. I'd ask you to hit that number 5 with, to left click that number 5 to start the dice rolling process.
While he's doing that, real quick, you said musketry is 6 inches?
Yep.
On this map?
Yep.
Okay. Same as our Leipzig game. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly.
Right, Brant, go.
Sorry, I'm talking on mute. I'd muted myself while you were talking to cut down on background noise.
Appreciate that.
But I was sort of panning and swooping and admiring some of the figures there while you were talking about the frozen lakes.
Got it. So if you could give me a die roll here on this 5. Right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to actually get that back on the screen because I think I'm still zoomed in too far. Just a second.
Got it.
All right, so hit the die roll.
You just hit the number.
I'm looking for.
And don't tell us what you roll.
Yeah, you don't say what you
I'm not going to tell you what I rolled.
There it goes. Hopefully it will print.
Bunch
printed,
of dice.
We got to turn that off. Hit it again.
Okay.
And now it won't print, so it's a secret. Now you know this number. Keep it in your mind. I'm showing the crowd this number. This is how many activations our friends, the Allied forces, get. We're going to let Velker and Mike show the world how this works. And Dave, we'll let you go third. Now the way we do multiplayer, everybody on the team gets to do an activation. And then and only then do we check and see if all these points have been spent so that everybody gets a turn. It seems to work reasonably well. So Mike, you want to go first?
Sure. All right, I'm going to activate. We're doing this by division level, right?
No, it's by corps.
We are doing by corps
These
then.
are still
Okay.
corps, yep. It's just these. That's part of the problem for the Russians. They've got these gigantic corps, just like they still do at Leipzig. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're just spread out so far though, because they're outside the 3-inch range already. So.
Correct, and that's on purpose.
Yep. Okay. So I will activate the 1st division of the left wing.
All right. So let's start that. One thing a lot of people
Jim,
ask.
magical
Go ahead. What's that, Brent?
bell ringing arrows. How does
Tab.
one make such a thing happen, or is that only
Tab.
for you?
One uses a tab key.
Tab. Okay, thank you.
Taps it.
Yeah, one taps it. Got that one? One question we get a lot about Blucher is, do hills matter? They matter in defending. You're always at benefit if you're defending uphill. But it does not matter. It does not slow you down in terms of movement. Another question people ask, can you interpenetrate? Yes, you can, as long as you can complete your movement and not wind up stacked on top of the guy you're next to.
All right, that's 4.
All right, and what we're saying,
We're to
that's great. Mark, what Mike has done, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those points. We're not checking yet because we're going over here to Velker. What you got?
OJ, should I move the horses or the infantry guys first?
OJ, do you think I should move the infantry or the cavalry first?
Because these guys have a potential of coming on right now, right?
Yep.
And is this one of the towns that we have to keep?
I think so.
Okay. I think I would go ahead and move your infantry first.
All right.
So if I remember correctly, we can just turn and then go straight.
Correct.
Okay.
Elker really concerned with remembering this correctly when he's been playing this same system nonstop for like 5 months.
Well, let's be fair though. The last 8 weeks he hasn't really got to move anything.
That's actually not a bad point. Not a bad point.
Yeah.
So those 6?
Yep.
So you activated this.
Except to retreat.
Right.
He has got to retreat some.
All right, so that was
Repeat.
it was 6 there, 4 there, 10. This is 10 over to you, Dave. So these are your fellas here, and here's the way reinforcement and marching on works. The idea is you're coming on, and I'm going to just double check this against the map because Ross is very, very good about showing us mappy things. Yeah. You are coming on here, south of this frozen lake thing. So you can really come on anywhere in here that you want. With your first move, with your first activation, you want to march this. You're just marching onto the field. It's interesting. He says you're available at game start, which means you're going to march 6 inches straight forward.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So line them up and tell me what you'd like to do.
So is that the entire guard, or is it just?
Yes. Everybody that's here.
Right.
The trick is, I don't know how many of those fellas you're going to be able to fit. We'll give it a go.
From the edge of the table here.
Yeah. So if you're doing that, your 6 inches, and this is kind of my point, ends there.
So again, I fully support dropping a few of them on the floor. Totally cool. If they get accidentally kicked under the table, all the better.
That might do it.
Yeah, and so it's really up to you. The guys that don't make it all the way on have to stay off. So what you could do, if you wanted to, is shoot these guys to the flanks. You can put these guys anywhere.
That might be a better idea. Yeah. We'll send the cavalry to the flanks.
Cool.
Yeah, they don't have to come on the way they were sitting on the table.
Right. I just needed them.
You
to
can move
fit
them
on this
around
nice,
some.
I needed to just sit them on this nice picture of the Tsar.
No, Dave,
No.
you may want your artillery. That's a horse artillery, so you may want to keep them over here with your horse.
Oh, okay. I see. But would it fit on the table fully? I don't think it will.
It won't. That's the thing.
No.
It won't.
Okay. Yeah.
Although,
So
you
we
know
may
what,
have
by
to
simple
bring them
logic,
on next turn.
These are 3-inch bases. They should. So yes.
Oh, okay.
You know these are 3-inch bases, so they bloody well should.
Yeah.
I admire your logic.
3 plus 3 is 6. He can count. Now, here's the thing about CNCs in Blucher. They stay over here. CNCs,
okay.
they don't, they're almost unreal in Blucher. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, you just did a core activation, right? And so we spent 10 points, plus you've now spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have spent 17 points of your activations. We don't know if you're out of activation points yet or not. But towards the end of a turn, one last thing you can do is slap him down in the midst of any troops he controls and sort of be the commander saying, all you bozos, go. This is the last thing you can do in a turn, but it has the advantage of costing only 1 point per activation. It doesn't come up a lot, but I have seen it used. But he otherwise doesn't. He doesn't march around. on the field.
What do my fellow commanders think?
And how many times a game we can do that? One time in the game?
Nope, you
Is
can
that
do
right,
it every
Jim?
turn.
Oh,
So you've got a
Is it-
teleporting command post.
You do.
Is it worth doing it?
yeah.
What it represents is the Tsar sending out forces as his last directive. You guys do this. So where you are is fine, and you may never need him to intervene. But the other trick with him, you'll notice he has this ability called immobile. That's not a compliment. What that means is he can only use that power I just mentioned every other turn. So you might want to keep it and watch it. Compare it to Piotr Bagration, who's over here, and notice what his ability is. He can attach himself directly to a unit and inspire it, make it better in combat. So you might want to keep your eye on that. So there's really nothing to do with Alexander right now. You've done a very fine job getting him set, getting him marching. You guys are all done here. And I'm going to tell you right now that having spent 17 points, and Brant, I'll point this out to you, you'll notice they're out of points. So you guys are done for turn 1. So this is all the movement you get. The next thing that happens in Blucher is gunfire. And this is if any artillery on the part of the Allies was in a position to shoot. The answer is it's not. So none of that. We then do musketry. Units that move cannot fire. So, given that that is the case, this fellow moved, he'd be the nearest, nobody can fire. We would then do melees. There's none of that. So we've just finished the first turn. What we do, one of the, I guess I would say, unique aspects of Blucher is that turns are not both sides go before it advances. Take a look at this Gneisenau sheet right here. You'll notice that it's got this 1 to 30. We just finished turn 1. We're now on turn 2. The even-numbered turns go to the French. I would ask somebody on the Allied side to roll the 4, I should say the 5. What am I doing? I gave you guys more Mo dice than you even should have had. I cheated for the Allies. I did it.
Oh no!
Vile cheating. For the French, they do get 5 Mo dice. If you would please roll those dice, make sure that they are concealed from the saucy Allies.
Print is off.
Yep. Print's off.
So 5 dice.
It was
please.
on. I turned it off.
I'm looking. I'm seeing the number.
Yep.
Griff, you want to go first? Now, Griff, one
Okay.
thing you should absolutely, what you must know. Napoleon has a thing. It's a very special thing. If he is the first activator, just like we just did, his activations cost only 2 because he has excellent staff work. He can place that anywhere he wants in the army. This whole board.
Real quick, Brant, do you have 4th Corps here? Or at least this Division 4 Corps? There's other 4th Corps up over here,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do this. The usual division for the French is right here.
Okay, cool. Good. Okay, I'll start off then.
Are you going
Guess
to
I'll have
are you going to use
Napoleon.
Napoleon's thing? You always should, by the way.
Yeah, so I'll have Napoleon activate Messina.
All right. What will he do?
So this cavalry, is this part of Messina's or is this under Kellerman?
That is the cavalry reserve. That's all you need to know about
Okay.
it. It technically is under Kellerman, but you'll notice it's the corps designation, that CR, that matters. So all 5 of these guys are in the same unit.
Okay. All right, I'll do it for 5th Corps. That is what I'm trying to activate.
All right. So we're going to throw them up against 5th Corps. There you go.
Let's see. Would be into difficult. So this will just be 3 inches.
Correct.
These guys pretty much until they bump into difficult. Probably same for these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Oh, this artillery, that's artillery reserve.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's actually going to be it, because that's 5 corps. So he has activated
Gotcha.
5 corps. So Brant, it's time, man. Here's your dudes. It's time to do the Napoleon thing. What do you want to do?
Hey, so I want to take my microphone off of mute where I was making snarky remarks to absolutely no one. Just so that I understand, to Napoleon's right, down towards the center of the map here, there's some more of what looks like Fifth Corps down there. Demont and these guys. Those, even though Fifth Corps activated, those guys could not be activated because they were too far away from the rest of the dudes. Correct?
Correct. 3
Okay.
inches.
Gotcha. No, where you drew the dividing line for where the traditional French dividing line was, and Griff grabbed everybody on the left of that, I was joking about take the guy who doesn't know what he's doing and give him the guys closest to the enemy. So, you know, that.
Not inaccurate.
Yeah, well, and probably well deserved, right? Let me go be the cannon fodder while Griff actually comes in to save the day afterwards, and that's totally cool. Because, you know, spent the first 20 minutes just trying to figure out where my tanks are. So I'm thinking I want to grab Fourth Corps down here.
Yep.
And really what I'm most interested in doing is sort of pivoting them to face the to face the Allies, so I'm not getting caught on the flank here, but time it up against the lake, and so kind of in this line right through here, if y'all can see my paw floating around.
So, and it doesn't hurt also to defend a river line. That's a bonus if your enemy has to come through a river and you don't.
So that was going to be one of my questions. Are these rivers or are these roads? These are
Those
rivers.
are rivers. There are no roads. There are roads. There are just none on this map. Oh yeah, there is. I'm sorry.
They're just not.
This is what a road looks like.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Now that makes. I got it.
And they really don't do anything.
Yep.
The only other weird thing to keep in mind is I'm pretty sure units can't fire from out of a river if any of their
Correct.
bases
If they're
are
in
a river.
any way touching water, there is no shooting.
Okay, so I got to be real careful about how I put these guys in place. Then is what
we do is, and that's one of my rules, is we stipulate together. Okay, your intention is to not be in the water, right? And we agree.
Correct. My intention is to be in the water if I can help it.
So the simplest way to do what I think you're trying to do, and you tell me if I'm doing it right, is you would pivot this guy this way, and then you've got then you just shoot up here, and I know that you got all the move in the world to do that. You can then, and you might want to snug him a little bit this way, I think, to make it more geometrical. But then again, you lose this, so that's up to you.
Yeah, I want him snug up against the water there.
You got
it. I don't want any gap in there that could be exploited, knowing full well that like these bases are too wide to truly exploit that. I'd still rather not take the chance. So that's what I'm interested in there.
3 inches of move here because that's as far as you can go. Because you're making.
Okay, can we snug him to the right up against?
I can do that.
I don't know that that's going to be enough space to fit these guys in to them there. That third.
Yeah, and you may, for example, want to think about one of the big things you can do in Blucher is garrisoning a town. You can go. Go into Puntovitz and garrison it against the depredations of the Allies.
And
keep in mind though,
the Allied objectives, isn't it?
Puntovitz is not. Those objectives.
Okay.
This is the first of the Allied objectives heading south.
Okay, gotcha.
Just keep in mind, Brant, and everybody else, that if you have an infantry unit in town, they cannot be shot at by other infantry, and they cannot shoot out of town.
Correct.
But they can be shot at by artillery.
Yeah, but I'm working under the assumption that it takes a lot more effort to dislodge them from said town.
Accurate.
It's really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then give me just a second to allow me to chat confer with my fellow commander here.
What's going on out in the chat, speaking of which?
Yeah.
Hey, Red. Yes, that's what we do. We send the new guy into the hail of bullets. Red also indicates, Mike, leave Velker now before he threatens to come to your house.
Yeah, listen to Red Sacks. He knows.
He knows. So what say you, Commander?
Give me just a sec here.
All right. Check on Devu when he's supposed to show up anyway. Four.
Okay, let's shuffle the 4th Brigade forward with the intent of next we're going to try to get them into that town. And yes, I know I just gave away the whole plan to the Allies, but who cares because they can't get there in time to do anything about it.
So like I say,
yeah.
You got 3 inches at that point because you're going to have to hit the stream no matter what. So what we do is we just go like this. And
they get their boots wet.
They get their boots wet and they're there.
So next turn we should have the 3 inches to be able to get them into that town.
You're going to come up a little short, I think, but they're not coming that fast either.
Yeah. So, gotcha. Okay.
All right. So what happened was you had these 2 points of movement over here because Napoleon used his thing, and we had 3, which means there was 5. But we know that the French have 5 Mo dice, so we know we can turn it back over to Griff and have you take another turn.
Okay. Let's see. I'll activate, let's see. I'll do this other element of 5th Corps here.
All right, go ahead. My God, speaking of Leipzig, Mike, having played Leipzig now for literally 21 hours going on 24, this is so much more manageable. Oh my God. The only thing I regret is I'm not using Hasdrubal's wonderful. I didn't fix this one to give the nice bicorn French guys.
As an outsider watching the Leipzig map, who can only pop in every once in a while to see what's going on, I gotta say there are times when it almost looks like the land battle equivalent of turn 17 of Trafalgar.
Yeah. No, it's shaping up. It's starting to take a form, but I take your point. Speaking of which, though, it is your turn to make more mess. That's now 8 to you, Brant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the 1st Brigade here, the of 4th. Well, them fellas is that 1st Division? This is all they get to do. They're done for this turn. That's all they get to do. So now I'm moving other guys. Okay, then we're going to move 2nd Division of 4th Corps. Excellent. We're also going to pivot them to line up along that river and face the Allies sort of head on. See if you can manage that one. You can't break the figs. Yeah. Always nice. Yeah, that is an advantage.
You may have just given him a challenge you don't want to live with.
Yeah. There was one of my old professors that I used to be a grad assistant for, that I used to help run the labs back in South Carolina. Just a joke. He said the undergrads are great. Like they can, whatever you think they can't break, they will prove you wrong. You could lock them in a padded room with an anvil and come back in an hour and it would be broken. And they would have no idea how they did it. So, okay, so this guy, I'm going to pivot, and then we're going to attempt to move. Hang on, I just zoomed in way more than I meant to there. Okay. And then we're going to, dang it. I lost my measurement. I had it.
Right.
I thought I had
it. So if you press tab right now, it should turn you into a ruler as you drag it.
There we go.
There it is.
Ha ha ha. Okay, and I've got 3 inches to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's back up a little there.
Now, if you keep going that way straight, which is what you're doing, you can actually go out to 6, so you can get pretty snug there. You just got to pivot a little bit when you hit the river line.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go straight up.
So
if you go
hang
on that
on,
vector, go on that vector, you can go straight to the river because you had 6 inches.
Yeah, but I gotta zoom where I can see what I'm doing because it's down too low behind them.
I get it.
Okay, and so I need to pivot back this way slightly.
Yeah, but that you can't do.
Oh, I can't.
Nope. You only get 6 inches if you go straight and stay that way.
I gotcha. Okay. So I think that guy is as snug up against the rivers. I'm going to get him in the user interface at the moment.
Yep.
That's about the best I'm going to get out of him. Okay, so this guy, I need to also pivot.
And just shoot him straight forward.
Yeah, just trying to get the granularity there. Okay, oh, whoops, hold down tab. So I can see how far.
You know you got more than 6. You got.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
All right, close enough. All right, and then we're going to bring these guys along because they don't want to be left behind to be all lonely.
All right. There you go.
And I'm attempting to snug up against the river there, but I think we know the intent here, huh? Okay.
Cool.
All right. I think that's enough of a mess for the moment.
All right, so that was, again, 2 plus 3 was 5, plus 3 was 8, plus 3 was 11. Hey, allies, can they keep going?
You said 11?
Yep.
Yes, they can.
All right.
Yep.
Griff, you're up again.
Okay. I'll do, I guess, this division here. These 4 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for me.
That's 4 more to 50. Okay, Sprant, 15 to you.
Really? I've got more stuff to do?
You don't
I'm
necessarily.
running out of guys.
Because you got these guys for sure to think about. What do you want to do?
So
with
the
them?
reserve back here that I'm sitting on top of?
Yep.
I don't know what I want to do with them.
Because this is the guard.
Griff, what do I want to do with them?
I'm going to tell you, there's
wait.
really good troops.
The reserve back here behind me where I'm...
Yep.
These dudes. Okay. All right, Griff, got any good ideas?
I would just bring it behind your other guys here for now.
All right.
I'll type text to you though.
All right. And so these guys are only going 3 inches though, right?
Nope, they can go 6.
Or are they going 6?
You're going straight ahead.
Okay.
Straight ahead, they can go 6.
All right.
Pivot once, straight ahead 6.
Trying to get them snug up against these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Best I can. All right. I think that's a close enough. All right.
So there's 2
Close
more.
enough for the French.
Yep, 17. How about now, allies?
They are
Now,
done.
when you say there's 2 more, were 2 more that I missed that I should have moved?
No,
or no,
I'm saying you moved these 2 guys, which was 2 more points.
that was 2 more points. Got it.
Yep.
So
I wasn't
They are
sure
done.
if you were saying that.
Yeah, no. And so Mike has said that the French are done. So this is their setup. They have no gunnery, they have no musketry, and they have no melee. So that takes us to turn 3. You're rocking this sucker.
It's so fast.
It is. It's crazy. This isn't normal. I'm turning it down to 4 as it should be. Will one of the allies please give one of the French, I should say, give the allies their mo dice? I turn the allies out. This is why I do things wrong.
Griff, go ahead and hit the dice roller. I'm good.
All right.
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Allies, you got Mo dice. Mike, you want to go up?
All right. Dave, actually, we're going to let him go first.
Oh, Dave's going up?
Yeah, so I'm going to do a reserve move to try and move faster.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
he can go within 12 inches, right?
Correct, but he cannot cross water except at a bridge.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to pivot the cavalry.
You can face any way you want. Go any way you want. Doesn't even matter. Just move.
You got like 36 inches of
You
movement.
got 36 inches of free movement. Go nuts.
Oh wow. Okay. Right. I have to keep the pivot, don't I? Yeah, that's right.
No, you can. No, you don't. Pip. No, you don't. Face any way you want. Face any.
There you are.
Mhm.
And same again with second cavalry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All you like. That's good. Man seems to have come with a plan.
And the infantry can just move. Is it still 6 or is it double?
No, it's 36.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still. Oh, with the infantry as well.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. This,
Yeah.
Okay.
This represents the maneuver to combat, to contact.
So you can get a unit in each one of these objectives here to garrison them external.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
All right. All obviously.
Keep in mind, Dave, that he's got to be within 3 inches of his fellow.
Ah.
I guess
okay.
these are all guard. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Sure.
Mm-hmm. You're all part of the same corps.
Yeah, they're,
What if I stuck the artillery in more in the center here? Do you think like put the horse artillery there and then the other artillery here?
That's a good shooting spot. The question I always ask,
Jim.
The question I always ask these folks here: is it your intention to be on the ridge so you can see, or to be back from the ridge so you cannot be seen?
I shall be back from the ridge at this moment in time.
Okay. Somebody have a question?
What's the range with the artillery again?
24
I
inches.
know the
24.
musketry was pretty close.
24 inches.
Yikes. Okay. But of course, shoot through the friendlies and not over them, as we discussed last night.
Yeah, there is no shooting through friendlies. All right, well, that was a big move. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 big points. Who wants to go next on the Allied side?
Go ahead, Belker.
I'll go. Alright. I believe I will continue moving my infantry.
All right, that's it.
They will move this. Wow, they move nowhere fast.
No, that's true.
Said.
Is that them? All right.
Yep.
7 plus 6 is 13. Mike, you're up.
All right. You said we got 6 after I rotated?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking I only had 3, but that's all right. I can live with it. All right, there's 4 more.
That is 17. Hey, Allies, can they keep going? Or I should say, hey, French.
How many was that? You said 17?
17, yep.
They're good.
You can keep going.
All right, Dave.
So I think Dave's done, because Dave doesn't get these
Yeah,
guys
I'm done. Yeah,
guys
I've got all the royal guards. So
until a bit,
All right.
until a bit later.
Someone else
so
is go.
Velker.
I'll keep moving these guys.
You can't. Remember, 1 move per.
You
turn.
can't. You already moved them.
All right. Sorry. I'm unused to this. I'm not used to having more than 1 turn.
That's also. That's true. That's absolutely true.
These guys now.
All right.
Scoochie.
Oh, here we go. The Stare Venerati. There it is.
Scoochie.
6 more. So these guns are staying behind the ridge, yeah?
They move their full distance.
Okay. So that's another 6. That's 23. Mike, you're up.
Is this town a French objective? This Drays?
Pracha? Yep.
Draka? It is? All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be activating...
Well, it is an objective. I should be more careful. It is an objective.
Yes. I didn't ask it right
yes,
anyway.
Yes, they do.
All right.
Pracha is an objective.
So 3rd Division of the left wing is going to activate.
Okay. Ready.
I think that's the problem. So used to being in difficult terrain and not getting to hardly move at all.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that this makes this unnerving.
I think the bigger problem you guys have with Leipzig is that it's starting to become a bit of a Tetris puzzle of just trying to fit everybody into the fight somewhere.
You're not wrong.
As Jim has told us, that's what really happened.
Yeah.
It became a, that battle is why they invented MPs for traffic control.
Yeah.
It wasn't to deal with drunken soldiers, it was to deal with traffic issues.
That is 26.
You'd be amazed at how much those overlap there is between.
I'm assuming that they're done.
They're done.
Yeah, they're done. Okay, so I don't see any gunfire because all the guns are behind the ridge. Obviously, no musketry and obviously no melee. So we're done here. We then go to turn 4.
Blitzing through it.
You're just motoring. Turn 4. Now, when do my dear friends, the Allies, get him to show up?
Or Velker won't know what to do cheering on for reinforcements this game.
That's the other thing. If I can trouble the French to roll the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 Mo dice for the the 5 dice. The Allies must now roll. Man, I'm not looking at the problem is I'm not looking at it.
Dave, go ahead and roll the Mo dice.
Yeah, give them their 5 Mo dice, please.
Press the number.
Check in the number. French play. Who wants to go first? Griff? Napoleon's thing?
Yeah, I'll go first. Let's do... I'll have Napoleon activate this cluster of brigades here.
Yeah, this is all 1 corps? Nope. Yeah, you can get these 4.
These are 1 corps, yeah.
All right, so Brant, you're up. Napoleon has come behind you and said, "Do your thing."
Oh, these 4 guys are under my command.
They are?
Sorry,
Okay.
I just shifted them
No,
over.
that's him.
Okay, got it.
That's
Napoleon,
him.
there it is. Not quite.
Do I have
My
to,
guys are the
I have
ones
to be
with the
further
red
into
Star
garrison
Trek
that,
shirts
right?
on.
Yes, you've got to get yourself into the footprint. It'll happen next turn.
What's the matter?
He didn't quite get into the town to be eligible to garrison it next turn.
This will be a difficult move.
Jim, my guys are far more recognizable from their Star Trek red shirts.
Understood.
Okay, that's it for my
2.
guys.
Brant, you're up.
All right, so we are going to see if we can do this without screwing it up too badly. But, whoops. These guys down here are going to hang a hard right and head towards Rubnitz.
It's actually Kobelnitz.
Oh, that's a K?
Uh-huh.
Man,
Talk to
I haven't read my black letter in quite some time.
Yeah, you live there, man.
Not Naughton.
True.
Dude, I was up in Munich. Well, I was an hour south of Munich. So when you live in a ski resort, you don't really care how to pronounce the other names around the area. All right. So these guys are going to cap out at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't mean to stretch them like 5.5.
It happens.
Wasn't really sure how far the 3 was going there.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Going to drop them there. These guys going to pivot not quite as much. And let's yank them about 3 inches. And yes, I know we're on the water at this point. Can't be helped. Got to get through there.
Yeah, the gold Bach is still there, but it just is nowhere near as impressive an obstacle these days.
Those sorts of bridges. All right. These guys, no, they can't quite get into the footprint of town. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to change my mind on these guys. We're going to do a hard pivot. And they're going to come
they
up
go up to
behind
6, remember,
here.
as long as they don't hit it hard. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Go.
5,
I
think I'm done.
Back over to you, Griff.
Okay. I'll activate these 2 units of cavalry here.
Go, big man.
Okay, that's it.
That's 7. Back over to you, Brant.
All right. So with crossing the river, that's going to automatically limit us to 3, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we shall live with it. Okay. So slightly pull down tab. Give me 3 inches.
Oh, you think the word reinforcements is making your eyes twitch? Ask Dalinor and Velker about that.
Yes. Ask me.
Command tent ain't a big fan. The man panic ate an entire sleeve of Oreos.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
He was saving his kids from having to eat them.
Is that it? That's well. You guys are good that way.
Is he up to kids plural?
Yeah.
Is he old enough to be up to kids plural?
No, not as far as I'm damn well
Yes.
concerned.
He's got twins, doesn't he?
Yeah. I think he's got 3 total.
All right.
That's 10. Yeah, I think those guys are in a different group, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're good. They can keep.
Yeah, those are a different group than these.
Griff.
I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Let's see.
I'm not meaning to like hit the balls, trying to get my ruler turned off.
F1.
Oh, do F1, yeah.
All right, there we go.
So
I'm good now.
Since this dragoon group here hasn't, or sorry, all this cavalry here hasn't activated yet, can I move them under the reserve order?
Sure can. I don't know how you're going to get them across the river, though.
Oh, it can't be across the difficult terrain. Okay, gotcha. All right, I guess this will just be a normal move then. Okay, I'll instead do these 3 infantry brigades up here.
Yes.
So let's see. I'll start with this guy. I'm intending to garrison the town with him.
That'll do it. You'll be able to do it next time.
Then,
my wife and I got really suspicious looks from the residents of Bosenitz when we went up to the Sandtown. I think we parked in somebody's yard.
Oops.
Okay, that's 3 more.
Yeah, that's 13. Over here to Brant.
Hey, Red Sox, we're not talking about Velker. We were talking about Commandant.
But it is Brant.
Most of us have known him for 7 or 8 years, except that when we first met him, he was like 22 and straight out of college, and going to get his first job in the real world.
What? Velker has twins?
What? I do?
I do.
What's their name? What's my twin's name?
So yeah, Brant, it is your activation.
So I threw a plug in the chat, but for anybody just listening to audio, everybody head over to blackoakworkshop.com at some point and go buy a couple of dice from Craig. One of the nicest dudes in the game business, one of the hardest working dudes in any exhibit hall. And got hammered by the loss of the summer conventions this year. So go buy a couple of dice and help them out some.
What's the name of the site?
Hey, Brant. Where'd you go, dude?
No, Red. Velcro does not have twins.
That's we were just dealing with that.
That would make Jim a grandpa.
Good, yeah. And I'm not my own grandpa. Brant, you still there? Are you muted?
Take a break. Is he getting a snack?
I'm gonna move your troops, dude.
I don't know what. He must have got pulled away there
He
for a
just
second.
messaged me. He said he doesn't hear anybody.
Huh.
Tell him to try.
We don't hear him either. Maybe he just needs to drop out of the voice chat and come back.
Hey, hang on.
Oh, there he is.
Am I back?
Gotcha.
I just unplugged and replugged the headphones.
All right. So the first question was offered by Dave. What's the name of the folks you wanted to throw a plug to?
The guys at Black Oak Workshop. Craig Zipsy.
Black Oak Workshop.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
They're the dice guys. Jim, you've probably seen him at Origins. Actually, I think Mike's bought some stuff from him at Origins. Craig is one of the nicest dudes, one of the hardest working dudes in any exhibit hall out there. The dice are excellent. They're about 20% bigger than your normal dice. Like the D6s are noticeably larger than your other D6s. And he's got a variety of some really cool patterns out there. But the dude got hammered with the loss of the summer conventions. The sales that he normally gets at the conventions. And so just trying to help out one of the genuine good dudes in the gaming world out there that, folks can go over there and buy a couple of dice. It doesn't have to be a ton. Every little bit helps a guy. So if you follow the...
It is also your activation, I should note.
We're back to me. Okay. I am going to... Now, Jim, when I'm moving these dudes, can I just... Do I have to move them in the direction they are facing, or can I just shuffle to the right?
If you shuffle right, it's 3 inches, but yes, you may.
That's fine. I'm going to be limited as soon as I hit the river anyway. So, all right. So let me grab these guys, and they're going to not go 4.5 inches. 3 inches that way. And then these guys are going to come right up next to them. Close enough. Okay.
All right, that's a total of...
I am done with those guys.
That's a total of 15 allies. Can they keep going?
I believe so, yes.
All right. That would then be you, Griff.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, I'll do this portion of 5th Corps.
They suddenly see the Russian guard approaching and have second thoughts. And just for what it's worth, they can go 6. I don't know if your intention was to go 3.
Yeah, while Griff's moving those guys, just to finish the thought on Craig Zipsy, one of the things that he was selling earlier in the year were these dice advent calendars. And so I picked one of them up, and I am opening the one die each day, but I'm also posting them all to our Twitter feed. So if you go to Twitter and go hit @ADragoons, you will see the thread pinned to the top where I'm opening the dice each day. You can check out what's in those. They're more fantasy oriented than military oriented because the RPG guys are kind of his bread and butter. But it's cool stuff. All right, enough for play for Black Eyed. Go back to the
Okay. That's my 3.
All right, 3 more, so that's a total of 16. But over to you, Brant, if you got anything.
I don't think I got anything left to move.
Yeah,
I think we're at this point. Griff's got the bulk of the command that we're moving around.
Okay, so that's 16. Can they keep going, Felker?
Yep.
All right, and keep going, Griff.
Okay, I'll do the cavalry command over here.
Yep. Yeah, it's like you think you're going real far, and then you're not.
Yeah.
I'm going to just take this cavalry and go, oh, I'm going to go 6 inches. That's what I'm going to do.
Take that.
Exactly.
I guess I'll keep Messina with his actual guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for me.
Now, and you're not under any obligation to deploy Messina until such time as he's actually needed. You can keep him off table and slap him down later. It's up to you.
Okay.
But if he's down, he
Keep
should
him there
be
for
attached.
cosmetic purposes.
Yeah, he should be attached to a unit.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll pull him off board.
Yeah. No, I set him up that way just so I knew who he was with as I was building the set.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that took us to 16. Oh, no, it took us to 19, I should say, because we had 16. That takes us to 19. Can they keep going at 19?
Yes.
You can keep
Yes,
going at
they
19.
may.
Griff, you're up.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a reserve move with the guard here.
Got it.
This was 24 inches. Is that correct?
36.
30. Oh boy. Okay. I just can't cross a river unless I was on a road. doing
Right.
it,
So you
right?
could go
That's
here,
the
for example.
relation. You just see how far that is. Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
Jim, for reference sake, for me and the people watching at home, how far across is the board?
This board is a... Dun, 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 dun. This should be my... There you go. This is a 10 by 8, I think. 10 by 6.
So that's 20 inches to there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 60 square feet of table.
Yeah, 60 square feet of table.
So we're still crawling on the center, but...
Yeah. Well, 6 feet you can almost reach if you had super ape arms.
Yeah.
That's where we just get the one of those Mission Impossible rigs and we suspend Velcro over the table.
Grab me by my ankles and push me into the center. Push guys forward.
And here's a challenge for the miniature guys. We added. Can you compute the total weight of lead that's on our Leipzig table right now?
Well, given that it's 15, that table is 15 millimeter. This table is 28 millimeter. We do our lead in kilos.
So while I was out of audio, did someone explain to Red Sachs what the connection was?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, that's it for the guards move.
That's 6 more. 22. How about that, Velker?
He is done.
All right, you're done. No cannons.
Because we're out of guys to move.
I'm out. Yeah.
No cannons. No muskets. No melees. Next turn, people. Oh, I take it back. No, you don't get Davoo yet. They, Where does Davoo show up? I know I was looking at this. Oh, yeah. No. This is it. This is Davoo. So, Brant, it's turn. What you have to do now is you have to check to see if Davout begins to arrive by brigade.
Good Lord.
By brigade. So it's not as if he just shows up all at once. He shows up by brigade. And where's he coming from? As I say, he's coming from out here behind Telnitz.
Yeah.
Here's your guys.
Well,
what you're going to do...
At least 2 of the brigades are dragoons, so they're coming from the nearest tavern.
That's a good point. We're going to turn the print off. Come over here. We've got another die for you to roll over there that everybody can see the print result of. You're going to roll 1 die for each unit. Every 1 to 3, he arrives. Every 4, 5, 6, he waits another turn. So, we'll begin. You first ask after the Brigade Kister.
Hold on, we're...
Over there.
There we go. No, I got it. I'm just trying to mouse my way over there. Okay. Let's see what we roll. I'm trying to roll.
Just 1 die, though.
Well, I didn't mean to hit the 8. 1 die. All right, let's roll 1.
After Keister.
He's in. Next is for Loche. He's not. How about La Planche? He's not. And how about Sahuk? He is. So you've got these 2 guys. So they come in here behind Telnitz. I'll show you. Come over here behind Telnitz.
Yeah, I'm motoring over that way.
And you get to put those guys 6 inches onto the board.
So directly into somebody else's horse.
Well, no. You can't get that. You can't engage in melee. That would actually prevent you. It would actually drive him off.
No, I got that. But
yeah. And 6 inches isn't that far.
it's not like he's not going to have some company as soon as he shows up.
Correct.
On the map
and
here.
That was very much the case. So he can come out to about here. And he's got to come on somewhere in this area.
Yeah. No, I got that. Give me just a second here. Let me confer with my fellow commander.
Usually that much Davout doesn't arrive, so you've done well.
Okay. I think we have an idea. I don't know if it'll be any good, but that's not going to stop us.
I respect that.
Yeah. Well, nobody's ever accused me of having an abundance of good ideas. So.
And these are Napoleonic good ideas that we're asking you to have.
Yeah. We're in trouble at that point. All right. I keep overcorrecting on my moves on just the UI here, just trying to move myself back in a position to do this. Sorry. Okay, so I got to move Davout on with the dudes at some point, or no? Or does it matter?
I think he's just for the CIC activations. He activates like an area around him.
So right now he's just decorative.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to grab these dudes, and we're going to get...
Well, it's from the table edge.
Okay,
right.
so...
Not where they were sitting, so...
Yeah.
You can go out to about here.
All right. But I want them over a little because I want room to get these dudes in behind them.
Sure. Well, as we talked about with earlier with Dave, they're 3-inch bases, so they should logically fit one behind the other perfectly.
I was trying to get them abreast, not one behind the other.
Ah, got it.
And so that's why I wanted to make sure that there was space. Let me try to zoom in here slightly without overshooting what I'm doing. Damn it. See, I've figured out which keyboard buttons I need to hit to like zoom and pan and stuff, and I'm just not very good at it. Okay, so I think those guys are as moved as I'm going to get them.
All right, so they're on. Got
so they're on.
Portion of.
But so what do we need to do with Devu? Just let him sit there off the map.
Now he, as I said before, you'll notice he's vigorous. If he gets attached to a command, any command that is under him, which is his 3rd corps, automatically has its activations halved to a minimum of 2. So you want to, as you start to get more of his guys on, you might want to keep an eye on that. And once you get all 4 pieces of his corps, he can be a very efficient commander in terms of ordering those guys.
Got it. Okay.
I just had a question about Messina. His inspiring, or his trait is listed as inspiring if attached to a cavalry unit, but it says place Murat at risk. Is it supposed to be Messina, or is it supposed to be?
Oh, that's Murat. Yeah, that's Murat.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, that's fine.
Yep, that's Murat. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Santon, there's a little monument to Murat up there because of what he did up here. You are quite correct.
Hooray, Murat. Who doesn't like Murat?
Who doesn't like Murat? Tell you what.
Mr.
All good? Mr. Curly Hair and fancy outfits. All right, so
I'm pretty sure his dry cleaner didn't like him much.
That's true. We advance to turn 5. Will the French please roll for the Allies?
Yeah.
4 dice, yeah?
Okay. Hey, good.
But what are the results?
None of your business. Who wants to go first?
Good lord. That lead guard cavalry unit has a Elan of 8 and a shock.
Yep. That unit is...
We have Cossacks!
Yes. Did you just now notice?
Yes.
Yeah, that unit is you're saved. Is represented on the...
Where's our Opal Cheney?
You get no Opal Cheney. I'm asking
again, you're cheating.
Who among the allies is going first?
Dave.
Dave, you want to go first?
Oh, no.
Hey,
I don't want to go first.
Jim, real quick, is preparing a unit, is that a single unit activation?
No, you can do it as part of a corps.
So you can activate multiple units at the same time, or prepare multiples at the same time. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Dave, you may want to do that with the 2 units that are in town. If they're close enough, they may not even be close enough. Nope. No, just barely out. Yeah. So okay. But
let's talk
if you don't want to move,
Mike's talking about preparing is a special state in Blucher. It has 2 purposes. The first is to help cavalry receive, or infantry receive cavalry. It's essentially forming square, refusing flanks, things like that. It also is the way by which you garrison a town and make you really, really hard to dig out of the town by anybody.
Well, yeah, I think digging in would be great, but I mean, I think I'll do the front one first if they can't go together.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is that what Mike was talking about. Once you begin doing individual activations, they cost 2 points each, and you can't go back and activate your core. So you want to think about what you want to do this turn and balance those 2 things. You know, if you want
let's take it to
anybody else as a group.
Let's take it to the chat, guys, and give me two minutes to confer with the other 2 gents.
See, this lead guard artillery is mobile, so that means he can move and shoot in the same turn, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
It's horsey guns.
Yeah. So, Dave, the other thing that you can do is you have a guard horse artillery too that can also move and shoot in the same turn.
Hmm.
So part of a corps activation could be to prepare this unit, because these are all the same corps,
Yeah.
and move some of your cavalry if you want it to. Because keep in mind, he can move this guard artillery, what is it, 12 inches?
I was worried about that, yeah.
So that would put him right here, which, I mean, he's obviously already within artillery range. It's just a matter of he wants to get within how close he wants to get.
But okay, so can I prepare the infantry? And I mean, do you think moving and shooting is a better alternative than staying put and shooting? Or
well, either way, whoever moves and shoot first is going to be outside the 6-inch range, which means you're at a long range. Correct, Jim?
Give me that one again.
If Dave moves his horse artillery, he can go 12.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he can shoot.
No.
In the same turn.
He can go 9.
He can go 9
Yeah.
and then shoot. This guard artillery can go how far?
Guard artillery goes 6.
6. Okay. He can only go 6. Either way, though, but close shooting for artillery is 6 inches or less, correct?
Correct. That's canister range. Yep.
Canister, right. So if he chooses to move and shoot this next turn, because you're both in range of each other, it'd be a long shot, so you get some discounts on dice. Really moving right now isn't going to do you.
The one thing with artillery, it doesn't decrease with dice, with range. It's just whether it gets a bonus at close range.
Right.
I think that maybe staying put might be the wiser decision, and just preparing these infantry and just shooting and just seeing what the French do.
Yeah, because you're already in range, so there's not much. You just got to remember that you've only got so many shots to take.
Oh, how many shots do I have?
6.
6. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and you can see.
Well,
if you mouse over your guy, you can see. If you mouse over your guard horse, you can see each of those numbers represents your current level of ammunition. Every time you shoot, it drops by 1.
Right. I see.
And your level of ammunition represents how many dice you get to roll.
Exactly.
So it probably would be good just to stay put and fire now, and just hope for a good dice roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so we're definitely preparing these infantry.
Run away.
Which one of these do you wish to prepare? You have to. Unfortunately, you can only do one because you're not close enough together.
The front one, please. In where is it? Rug.
Mm-hmm. It's actually Krug.
Oh, is it Krug? Is it? Okay.
KRU. All right, so that's 2 points, ultimately. All right, so he's gone first with his 2 points. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Velker.
These guys are going to move.
Very
Whoa, crazy.
They seem to have a plan, as I say. That's 8. To you, Mike.
All right.
That can only be 3, Mike. Unless you're going to turn to face.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and turn to face. This time he'll be fine.
All right.
Man, why's everybody got to be picking on me? Hell.
You feeling lonely in there?
All right, so that's 4.
That's 12. Can they keep allies? Or French? Can they keep going?
That's it. They only had 11.
Uh-oh.
What?
All right.
What?
Oof.
That's a heck of a roll on 4 dice. Wow.
That was the anti-Velker dice.
It was. All right, so there was note of gunnery. Sounds like, Dave, you wanted to take advantage of that?
Yes, please.
Gunnery in Blucher is done on a 45-degree front arc. It's very easy because these bases are square. You can draw it out pretty just like that. So it's pretty much anybody out there. Also, if it's closer than 6 inches, it's a bonus because it's canister range, but you must shoot the closest unit. Now that you're outside canister range, you may pick your target. It is more difficult to hit the artillery. Counter battery is trickier just because of the spaces. It is easier to hit cavalry and infantry. Your call. Who do you want to shoot at?
I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to go for some counter battery fire, I think.
All right. Well, that halves your effective dice. You are in range. We've determined that. Center to nearest. I look at your and I see you. What I do here is I take off your 6. And I got to do the 6 there actually, and then I come down here. And actually, it doesn't matter because you're not going to reload. So that's what you have left. You're going to roll 3 dice. For every 6 you get, you're going to hit him once. So you need 3 dice.
Rolling on this one, right?
Correct. And you want 6s. That was 1.
Sorry, I'll
give us 3.
Shall I take one away?
Nah, give us 3. No hits.
Aw.
Damn.
So pow pow pow. That was that.
Boom boom.
I didn't see any other gunnery, correct?
Correct.
No, there was no other gunnery.
All right. I see
From
no
my-
musketry because these guys all moved. There will be, and you can't shoot a guy in town anyway. Well, the gun can. That's it. Next turn, please. This takes us to turn 6.
Says garbage. OJ, you bully.
All right.
OJ, roll him some mo dice.
Got it.
Napoleon, what do you want to do? Where do you want to put your thing?
Let's see.
Hey, Griffin, hang on. Chat coming your way.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry,
Jim,
I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry, I'll give Napoleon to his 3 units out here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what does that do for us for actual ability? You may
What that
activate one
means
core
is,
for 2.
whoever you activate, it only costs 2 points.
Okay. So when it says activate 1 core for 2 points, these 3 are just one division of that core. I get the other division of that core also.
If they were in
Or
command range, but
I
they're
don't
out of
think they
range,
are.
I believe. Yeah.
Well, that sucks. All right. So these guys,
Command range Brant is 3 inches, just FYI for you.
yeah, so not even close. The hell did I just do? All right, so let me zoom and pan myself back into place over here. I'm not sure what I just hit that got me like looking at the other side of the table. Okay, so we are going to grab these guys.
Yep.
And we're going to go all 3 inches we can, which isn't
Wandering
very
for
many
them
3
swamps.
inches. Yep, but that's okay, because they're going to get to that town before anybody else can.
I understand.
Okay, these dudes. When it says attached artillery, that means that at some point they can fire as though they had guns, correct?
I think it means they get an extra dice at ranged fire.
It's actually a in ranged fire. With ranged fire, it's 1 extra die. Correct.
Okay. That's twice now that has happened to me, where I have gone to use the tab to measure while moving, and suddenly I just jumped across the entire room. And I'm not really sure how that happened within the UI, but that's totally thrown me for a loop. Sorry, guys. I promise I'm not going to just come to it naturally. Okay. So we are going to pick these dudes up. And they're going 3 inches across the waters there. All right. And then these guys are doing.
Get him out of the way for you.
There. Yeah, thank you.
He was just giving you his thing.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all for those 3.
All right, that's 2. Over to you.
Okay. I'll start with.
Jim, at some point.
First brigade or first division out here.
All right.
Jim, at some point we got to roll for the rest of Davu's guys, right?
At the end of it's each turn you get to do it.
At the end of the turn
during the reinforcement phase.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's 4.
That's 6. Can they keep going, allies?
Yes, they may.
Brant, you're up.
Yeah. Brant doesn't have a lot of great ideas here. All right, hang on. We are going to. What is this patch of ground right here that these guys are sitting in?
It's the peach orchard, isn't it?
That's actually the pheasantry.
Pheasantry, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a rare thing. It was built in such a way that because it was the way it is, it can be garrisoned. And it's also, by the way, a victory objective for the French or for the Allies.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was the victory piece of the Allies. I didn't realize that was a garrisonable sort of thing. So at this point, essentially, that guy's a real big headache because he's prepared in a garrison, and there ain't a whole lot anybody can do about it without a lot more oomph than Davu is showing up with at the moment.
Right. Well, like I say, getting him out of there is certainly something the Allies are going to want to do, but it's going to take some doing.
Yeah.
This brigade also includes some of the better skirmishers in the French army. Not that it does you a lot of good in a forest, but there it is.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of got to leave those guys alone for the moment then. And get back over to here. All right, let's grab these guys. Couple of pivots. And they can't quite get all the way to town. Because they're touching the river there, they've only got 3 inches to move, right?
Correct.
They can't go 6.
And also, it'd be 3 inches if they touch the town, 3 inches if they touch the stream. It's all the
Yeah.
same.
That's fine. Okay. So if he started off touching the stream, it's still only 3, though, right?
Yep.
Not. Yeah. That's annoying. Get into there. And to get him up there as much before he gets left behind. All right, that's it for those guys.
That's 8. Over to you, Griff.
Okay. Let's see. I'll do these 2 cavalry units next.
Very good.
Okay, there's 2.
10 allies. Can they keep going?
10, you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they can.
Brant.
Yeah, just a second. Let me confer with my superior headquarter here. Whoa. Okay, Griff, this is in all caps, and it wasn't intended to be. Sorry.
It's okay.
I promise I'm not shouting at you. All right, guys, just trying to figure out what our best likely next move might be.
Delanor says no touching the fish.
No touch defeat.
You must have forgot this was fought in the wintertime, so the fish are hibernating.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you
Do
that
fish hibernate? Like, do they dig beneath the mud and
I don't think so.
I know frogs do that.
I don't know that enough about.
Okay. I think what we've got then. Okay, these dudes right here. That's that's not friendly for me, right?
No, that's all part of your cavalry reserve.
Oh. Huh. That's
Ron says fish don't hibernate.
Aw.
Yeah.
So you told lies.
I said I didn't know.
I think he was saying I told lies. See, they got to do something though, because when the ponds around here freeze over, you know, they don't die. So, yet there's no fresh air getting down into the water.
So Brant, what you doing?
I'm realizing I'm an idiot, which, you know, that's not really a newsflash or anything. All right. I think we're just bringing some of the reserve up here a little closer. All right. So we're going to grab the Grenadier reserves here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just bringing these guys up a little closer to the main body as they're moving up here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think you just move them up there. You saw you had all the move in the world.
Yeah, well, I meant to be moving, not just measuring.
Sure.
For some reason, I am measuring and not moving. Try this again. Here we are.
Let's say you should be okay because you can go up to 6 inches, right?
Yeah, but he'd have to turn to face. He wants to keep that facing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, those guys aren't going to get a full 3 inches just because they're going to bump into people. But
all right. So those two guys
trying to get them in there kind of snug together.
That's 12 over to you, Griff.
Okay. I'll move these 3 brigades here.
All right.
Okay.
15. How about that, allies?
They are done.
All done.
Dunzo.
Guns. What do you think, French? Got one there.
Yeah, definitely those guys.
Who do you want to shoot at?
I saw I'll fire at the light cavalry there.
All right, the light cav. Let's see here. You got some guard artillery, which is heavy, so that means you get a bonus. So that is going to be 6 dice with a bonus. What is a bonus? For the benefit of those who've never played before, he's going to roll 6 dice. Usually, it would only be on 6 that he hits, but when he gets a bonus, as he does here, the first and only the first 5 counts as a hit as well.
Here we go.
1 hit. What do? I come onto your Elan 7 unit, and I indicate that its current Elan is now 6. It is decreased in effectiveness. When it gets down to 1, it is fatigued and can no longer attack. When it is at 0, it is removed from the board and counts against as your morale and is a loss.
Okie dokie.
Other guns? Other guns? Do I see any?
I think the French only have 2 guns in this whole battle.
Yep. Well, they're what it is. They're broken out. You'll notice a lot of their guys have attached artillery.
Right.
That's where
No, I was just meaning though, unit-wise, they've only got 2.
As batteries, they're only got the 2, right? But they're broken out into the brigades.
So, Jim, just to clarify, those guys that are broken out into the brigades, they are not firing independently like these guns are. They are simply a bonus come musketry time for the other units, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I want to know. I want you to know. I feel shortchanged that we did not have the sound effects and the big smoke markers that are littering the Leipzig battlefield that you guys
the smoke markers I will never put on the Leipzig battlefield because as if that frame rate isn't that bad enough. But
it's so bad once you add smoke.
When you put Velker and I were fooling around with it and we put the smoke markers out, you might as well slow it to a crawl. But you're right, I do not have the lovely explodey dice.
Microsoft Slides, anyone?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So Brant, let's check to see if the rest of Davout shows up there. 1d6 again, same odds to get Loche.
Yep, hang on. Let me mouse my way back over to the dice rolling board there. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't have the trouble maneuvering through the table when we were playing the tank stuff this summer. I don't know what it is tonight with me
This
not.
table is certainly bigger.
Yeah, but I mean, just the panning about is driving me nuts with not really being able to control where I'm trying to go as well as I could last summer. All right. 1 die. Wah.
Nope.
Hey, Brant, you can use the AW S&D
I
keys
am.
also to...
It's only sort of helping.
All right.
Okay.
He, however, does want to come and play.
So I get one of them.
Yep. Again, comes
into
from
the
roughly
map.
there. I'll let you figure out where he's going to go.
Yeah, well, there's like one option where he'll actually fit unless I can get him down to the left flank of my other dudes there.
These guys, he can fit behind either of these third corps guys, if you want.
Yeah, that might be what I need to do. I might just ask you to do it in the interest of speed so we can get on to the rest of the game. Let's put him behind First Brigade.
All right.
And Kister.
They're on.
All right.
There it is.
We'll call that good enough.
Davout is in. That takes us to turn 7. Turn 7. Will the French please roll some allied Mo dice?
Hooray, yeah.
How many are they getting? 4?
4.
4.
I'm looking at it. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Mike, you're up.
You know, we can
All
go
right.
straight to who's last. And just...
Now, these AGs are part of the same corps, right?
No, AG is different.
Right?
AG is always
That's a different corps. Okay. Thank you. All right. So the first thing we'll do is we'll prepare this unit here.
Got away with one there, Mike.
What's that?
You got away with that one. I'd have charged you straight in.
Oh. Yeah, you know how well that worked the last time you did that.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Fair enough. That was Velker's fault.
I know. You tried to emulate your son and it bit you.
Yeah.
All right. So I just rotated him, but I think that still counts as a move. So
It
1,
does.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. That
Yep.
it?
So 3.
Velker.
That's it.
I wonder what I'm going to do.
I don't know.
I know all of you are surprised when I say that I'm going to move these guys. I can already hear the shocked noises.
9. Dave, you're up.
Okay. Well, we've just learnt that we can't keep the cav just sitting there.
Sure you can.
Lessons
Come
learned.
on. They're perfectly good targets right where they are.
I'm I kind of want to maybe now move the foot guards artillery up to the crest of the hill.
Well, let it also be said, and I feel a little guilty about this, you now certainly, if you pull back, just to show you what I'm talking about, you can hit any of these guys.
Yeah. Keep in mind also.
Oh, they're out of range though. They're out of range. I take it back.
If he comes up over this hill, he can't engage you if he can't see you.
Right.
So the most he could do is get right in front of you and put himself in point blank range at some point.
But
just
the
FYI for you.
The point that Dave is making is he's got a nice field of guys to shoot down.
Yeah.
No, I was just pointing out that just that whole line of sight to be able to charge into melee rule.
But would they be able to make it though? Like,
no.
If they,
I mean,
no.
You're talking. They've got.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's. So we don't have to worry about that too much, do we? Unless they do like.
Let's put it
reserve move or something.
No, you're good. Yeah.
That's all I need.
I would go ahead and move it up though. I'm not saying that was a bad move.
So yeah, that's for one. And oh geez, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about those cannons? Shall I charge? Shall I be brave?
24-inch
charge.
You can get there.
Shall we do it? Shall we do it, gang? What's the consensus?
Wait, what's the range on charging cavalry? I thought it was like 16 inches or something.
Is it? I'm thinking of guns. You're right. I'm thinking of guns.
Yeah, I think the question that needs to be asked is, do you intend to be immortalized in an Iron Maiden song?
Well, duh.
Yes. I think that's what we're after here, right? Because there's immortality through the winning of the battle, and then there's immortality through the memorializing of futility in song. Which one are you after?
They're a good band though. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah!
Delanor says it's 16 inches.
Yeah, it's 16 inches. It's 16 inches.
So they're outside the range of charging.
Yeah, they can't charge them.
Well, we can't sit
here. Advance them up but you can advance them up 5 inches and prepare them to charge the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a solid idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because his cavalry, as long as you stayed outside of the 16 inches of his cavalry, he can't charge you.
Now, can I do it with the heavies as well?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to know what you've got to do is, because you're doing these activations, you've got to notionally activate. You've activated this guard, so that was 1. You've got to notionally activate this guy, which is 2, this guy, which is 3, this guy, which is 4, and this guy, which is 5, is the point I'm making.
Yeah, we won't hog it too much. We won't hog it too much. We'll just do that.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5.
Oh, do they still keep the activation if they're prepared? They prepared last?
These guys aren't close enough to these guys.
Oh, I see.
So 5, and then Mike, you gave me 3.
Actually, hey Jim, real quick, his heavies, could he have swung them in a little bit closer to keep the 2 cavalry units within command range of each other?
Wouldn't matter. I mean, for next time?
Yeah, for next time.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
because
he can come.
because this guy's almost at the edge of being out of range. He's maybe
here,
just out of range.
So theoretically, he can go.
Right.
He can go there.
Right. Because that way, next time, if he wanted to, he could activate both these as one core activation.
If you wish.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll go with your better judgment, I think.
All right, so there's that and there's that. So that's still 5, plus Mike's 3, plus Velker's 8, 6, 14.
Oh, 8.
Hey, French, are they done?
Yeah, they're done.
I
They only
thought
had
so.
10.
You roll.
Yeah, it was a really bad roll. It was.
You mean, what did I roll? I rolled the worst possible thing I could roll for you.
That's true.
I'm here for you.
He rolled 10.
What?
Got to remember. You got to remember, we've only got 4 dice.
Sure, but your
So,
average is
what,
still
12,
12.
13?
Still.
Right.
And 2 of them were snake eyes.
Yep. Allied gunnery. You want to shoot this horse artillery again?
Yes, please.
Who do you wish to shoot at?
I'm gonna maybe actually. What's the range? We can certainly get the first brigade, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You're actually
let's
right
do
on
it.
the edge of it, but you got it.
So how many dice is that?
That is now 5 dice. Now you get to roll 5 dice, no bonus, but 5 dice. You're looking for 6s.
Oh,
There's one.
some glory there.
And the nice thing about that is both these sides can use what's called a rally activation, which allows you to get some of your lost elan back in exchange for spending activations, but you can never get that first hit back. That's why Belker likes to call it the perma hit.
The perma smack.
The perma smack.
perma
I
jam.
see no other.
I
guns.
see
no other guns. I see no other.
Is it because these guys moved? They can't move and shoot.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
That's foot artillery. These guys can because
These
they're
guys
horse
can
artillery.
Just checking.
Yep, absolutely. No musketry, no melee. And...
Yes. No. Wait. We have musketry.
Oh, you do? You saucy man! I thought you moved
Over here on the left.
On the left.
No, they did not.
These guys didn't.
It was this guy, and this guy prepared.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
I had a reason not to move him.
There you go.
I had a reason.
I have
for you to
played.
move him.
You've
I
played
had.
this a bit.
I played Blucher once or twice.
Four no bonus.
I've been taking my lessons from Doug very well.
Very good.
You said 4?
4, yeah.
You said no bonus?
Yeah, no bonus.
Even with the attached artillery?
That gives you an extra die.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
crap.
it.
I needed the bonus.
Yeah. Still a hit.
Yep. We'll take it.
Good shot. Any other musketry?
I don't know.
And I do believe it is time for Bagration to join the fight.
Oh, more toys for Dave to play with.
That's exactly it. I gotta just look at my
More
briefs.
meat for the meat grinder.
Well, especially these guys, right? There we are. At 9:20, at 20 minutes apiece. It's 9. Yep, here they come. Bring them on.
Where do they come on?
So
They're on this road.
Right.
6 inches.
Okay. Okie dokie. Let's
You can go as wide as
cool.
you can go as wide
as wide as I like.
from this basically
From
this
this-
basically from this. Yeah,
Lovely.
Where this,
Okay.
Where this.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's try this then.
There you go. And as we've said before, those guys must fit by logic. Just let me. Actually, they do fit. Well done.
Done and dusted.
All right, and you have Bagration, who you can keep in your pocket, who has a very nice ability should you want to slap him down on the table. Once you slap him down, he has to stay there, and then he moves around normally. But you can tell us later where Piotr might be.
I'll give it some thought.
Yeah. All right. That takes us to turn 8, a French turn. Will the Allies please give the French some Mo dice? Suppose I really ought to go over and look at
Mo
them.
dice.
Adam.
French, who goes first? Where does Napoleon do that thing?
I don't know that we're going to necessarily use Napoleon with 4th Corps, but we do need to get 4th Corps 1st Division moving over here.
Okay. Well, Napoleon's activation has to be the first one.
Right.
So, yeah, put Napoleon where you need him then, Griff. If you need him over there with your guys, take him.
Okay. I'll put Napoleon up here. He'll activate the 4 units of the guard here.
Got it?
So I'll take this guard artillery.
Delanor's having bad reactions to more reinforcements coming on the board. I think he's looking for a sleeve of Oreos.
Who's to blame him?
Be looking for a sleeve of Claymore Mines. So.
Okay. That's it for the guard. So 2.
2. Brant, over to you.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now
One other thing I
we'll
wanted to
get-
do is throw. I think I'm supposed to attach Murat at the beginning of the, like,
Correct.
during the first
Yes.
activation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oops. I wanted to put him with the guard up here.
I like the fact that you was looking for him. I'm going to fix him.
Okay. Sorry. Back to you, Brant.
No, that's fine. Let's, make sure we get it right.
He's all bad.
Okay, so we're going to get these dudes into... Now they can't quite all make it all. Well, Jim, the fact they're going straight ahead doesn't matter because they're hitting both the town and the right.
Correct.
All right, so they can get halfway to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then these boys, again, because they're starting on the river, only have 3 inches, except that my measuring. There we go. And then these guys. Doing 3 inches down here. All right. And that is 1st Division, 4th Corps. All right.
I believe that takes us to...
Yes, we done with them?
That takes us to it. Did you want to do something with this guy, Brant, or did you?
Which somebody?
Sorry, 4th...
I did.
3rd Brigade. Oh, you did. Okay, so that's 5. Back to you.
I did. I mean, I'll do it again, but,
Yeah.
I thought I'd play by the rules.
That seemed right.
I'll do the 3 units of the cavalry here.
Yep.
How many do they have in that first round?
That's
Jim?
total 5.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 3 more.
Brant, you're up.
Okay, so I need these dudes. They should be able to get all the way into town here.
And what we do then is because they can come out of it facing any way they want, we just position it so that it looks most logical in the space. So we'll just do it like that.
Okay.
They have no flank. I know what you're going to do. You're going to garrison them, but they won't
Yes.
wind up with flanks.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me zoom myself in here a bit. Okay. So these guys.
Ron's telling the French players don't use their cavalry. They're broken.
Stop it. Just because it worked that way for you doesn't mean it's that way for everybody.
So Jim,
There's no French peasants with pointy sticks in this battle, so they may do better.
What's that, Brent?
They're not touching town. They're not touching river. They can go 6 inches.
Affirmative.
Right? Do they have to be facing the way they're going?
Yep. Straight ahead.
Okay.
Like an arrow.
That's fine. Just trying to line them up so that straight ahead makes sense here. All right.
And this dude's part of that corps too.
He is. We had some messaging going there. Okay, so this dude is going to go not quite 6 inches there.
Hey, Brant, just keep in mind he's outside that 3-inch range for next turn's activation.
Shazbot.
I just didn't
very
get caught up in that.
Very sportsmanly.
Yeah. Okay. That ought to get me close enough there.
I learned that from Velker, the sportsmanship.
There you go. So that takes us to, that was 5, 8, 11 with Brant's 3. May the French continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was 3 more?
Those 11 total.
Yes, they may keep going.
Yeah.
You're up, Griff.
Okay. I'll do these 3 infantry brigades out here.
Got it. Saucy.
Okay, there's 3.
Brant, 14, over to you.
Really? Mm-hmm. We still got some numbers to play with here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, we don't check until after you go.
Oh. Okay. All right. These guys are going there. 3. Maybe. I guess I wasn't actually moving them. All right, hold on.
And Brant, I'm just going to remind you that this guy is going to keep shooting at this guy.
Which guy is going to keep shooting at which guy?
Down here at Telnitz.
We're here.
Between Telnitz and Sokolnitz.
Yeah. No, I saw that. I was actually going to try and shoot back this turn.
Well, you can't shoot with horses. And the guys in the town, you can't shoot with horses. And the guys in the town
so hold on
shoot.
just a second. Let me zoom my way down there where I can see what you're pointing me at.
These horses can't shoot.
Okay. So if I'm going to do something about those guns, I got to actually get somebody on top of them, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Problem is, you charge him, you have an Elan 5, and you're undersized, and you'd be in the water, which means you'd be rolling 3 dice. He would be rolling 7 dice. The only advantage you've got is he has to re-roll all his hits because he's not in square.
Okay, hang on just a second. I want to make sure. So, are you talking about this dude here?
Yep.
Okay, and so we're talking about that dude, me charging him with these guys.
Yeah, I'm saying if you do that, it's a long odds attack.
Yeah, no. That wasn't what I was looking at trying to do, actually.
Because my point is, these guys and these guys and these guys can't shoot. So you got no shooters, and he's going to shoot you back.
Yes, I understand that. I had something else I was
All right.
wanting to try to do down there, but I don't know if it's part of it is I don't know if it's going to work tactically. Part of it is I don't know if the rules make sense for that.
Oh,
How far can this dude go?
What dude where? Sorry.
That dude, Dragoon unit.
If he goes straight ahead, he can he can charge that guy, but he's prepared. Now he's in the square.
Can he hit me? Because he hits the river first.
Yeah, his movement is 12, remember? Doesn't matter. The stream doesn't matter.
Oh,
charges. He can hit you.
The problem with being prepared, though, is that facing is irrelevant, right?
Correct. What's bigger than that? He's essentially in square. So you're going to roll all your hits.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Somewhere I missed the prepared mark on it. Because what I was thinking was to get right into this space here and flank him. But if he's prepared, then that doesn't work.
You don't have no flanks, yep.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, I'm going to call in my airborne dragoons and attempt to parachute into the square. All right, Gareth, if you got any good ideas, feel free to chat them over to me.
I would just scoot the light cavalry out of the way. It's a bad attack, probably, to cross the river. You could hide him behind the town.
So, these dudes, the light cavalry brigade.
He's going to have to get him all the way over here.
Yeah, I would just face him straight left and push him up against the other cav. You could also go to your right also and hide over there, whichever area you prefer.
But again, he can only go 6 this way.
Well, at the moment, though, I've only got a range of 6, so he doesn't have to get him that far.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He could just shoot. He could just he could back up.
Yeah, so this cavalry brigade here, these dudes.
Yep.
That's an oversized unit. That's a bad match for my guys that have tried to just get in the way where I'm just wondering, so if I try to get that light cav over here, knowing that next turn they're in a fight, but not getting shot at by, an infantry brigade with attached artillery, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, this guy's actually even more powerful than he is.
Yeah, okay. Well, hide behind the town it is.
And you had the face.
I mean, at a certain point...
You moved yourself, so you're actually here.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you've got the... Go ahead. You can go duck in there. I don't know how far you're going to get, but...
Well, I'm going to try to find out. Yeah.
Question is, are you out of range? Yep.
You need to...
Nope,
I'm at 5'7".
That's what I was afraid of. You're not.
Yeah, so that entire move becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, I think your best bet is to do as Jim was suggesting. You just go straight backwards.
Or, as Griff was saying, shoot 3 inches this way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do is just shoot 3 inches.
And you don't have to change your facing, which I wouldn't do. I just sidestep 3 inches.
No. All right.
And you're still not going to get
Echelon
away.
right.
He's still not going to get away.
Well, go to that
6,
direction
right?
and go back.
Not if he hits he hits the water.
But he's cavalry, right? I don't.
Right, but I'm saying, he can
range
go
through
6,
rough
but
is
if
6.
he hits the water, he's done anyway. Oh, I see what you're saying. Griff's point, just for what it's worth, is that you can go here to your center point. That's about right. And now you are out of range. But then you got to face this way.
Got to face.
To your right.
Okay.
90 degrees right.
Yeah. I'm working on it. All right, but now I got to scoot him forward a little. Whoops.
You got to scoot him forward a good deal, actually.
Yeah, but I got to rotate him.
Yep.
Correct facing instead of over rotating. Okay. And so he was about there is where he was going to end up, right?
That's him.
Okay.
And you're out of range.
Okay.
Guys, all that for 2 points. So with 2 points more, can they keep going, Mike?
So let's see. They're at 9, 14, 16 total?
Yep.
Yes, they may keep going.
Griff?
Okay. I'll do these 2 cavalry units.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, by the way, Has says on difficult move, you can face the whatever direction you want.
Okay, that's
Oh,
it
yeah.
for 2 there.
Of course. I don't know why I wouldn't know that.
So you may want to rotate them facing toward me.
Just like that.
Because my cavalry may or may not come charging in.
But you're only 2 options, right? They
Hi,
may,
Has.
they may not.
So you got those 2 more in? Griff?
Yep, that was the 2 cavalry.
Yeah,
here.
that's 18. Over to you, Brent.
Hang on just a second. I'm just curious about something. That 3rd Corps, 2nd Division, 1st Brigade, that's infantry dudes. If you're talking about these guys.
Yeah, those are the dragoons I was talking about. All 3 of those guys. They have the shock trait.
Yeah. Is this dude in the way though?
To do
He'll
what?
block the rear guys. But
Yeah.
I mean, that infantry unit to your front's in square too currently. But
I think it's important to remember for the French, he doesn't
Yeah.
win unless he takes these things from you. So he can't, he could sit there prepared all he wants, but he can't shoot at the town. What he's doing is setting up this gun to fire.
Yeah. No, I got that. Here's the other thing, Jim. I got about, half hour, 45 minutes left before I might have to bail on this. So at a certain point, I'm just going to say, screw it and go charging into bad odds just to, roll dice and blow shit up. So.
Well, I'd rather you didn't. Because we're going to continue this next week no matter what, so please don't do that.
I thought this was a one-night game.
No. We'll be back next week.
All right. Okay,
do you not know we're going to week 9 of Leipzig?
Yeah. Yeah, the Siege of Leipzig. It's no longer the Battle of Leipzig. It is now the Siege of Leipzig. When you have to pay more than one electric bill during the course of the game. Yeah.
Doug's doing it in terms of haircuts.
Yeah. The irony, of course, being that Doug is the one doing it in measures of haircuts. Okay, so these guys can go 6 inches this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're going to go... They actually went a little far. Sorry. Okay. These dudes... can get 6 inches this way as long as we're not changing facing, right? They're just sort of...
Well, they can face any way they want,
left.
actually, if they could do that 6-inch thing, yeah.
Okay, so here's the question. Can they do that, given that they're like, going sort of diagonally past the cav?
Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. As long as they Land with an appropriate. Okay, I still want those dudes sort of facing forward toward the pheasantry. Now these dudes are the tougher one because if I'm gonna try and pull these guys 6 inches this way, as long as they don't land on top of that infantry unit, they can get back behind you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Back up a hair there. There we go. Okay, now I just need to. Okay, are these dudes the only guys I've got down here from 3rd Corps, 2nd Division? That's it.
Yeah,
so like if I move those guys, some
persuade
activation.
these guys to join them.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. It's not like I haven't been trying.
True.
Okay. Got it. Okay, that is all for them dudes. I would suspect we are likely out of activations.
Yep, you are.
All right, there it is.
That was a lot of moving.
Gunfire, French.
I moved these guys, so I don't think I got any.
Okay. Musketry, French. Those guys are out of range, I think I checked.
Yeah, they are.
Anybody else?
So, my dudes from the town here.
They cannot shoot out of town.
Right.
Because they're garrisoned, they're not. They can't fire out of the town.
It's actually because
correct?
they're in a town.
Oh, it's because. So whether they were garrisoned or not, the
Right.
fact that they are in a town means
Right.
they don't get to shoot.
Right. And nobody can shoot
Okay.
at them except guns.
Got it. Ogly dogly.
All right. That's it. Why don't we try to see if Davoo's guys, the last group, wants to come on? One D6.
Yeah. Griff, go ahead and just roll it.
Okay.
You're right over there. The dice roller. Sorry.
Nope. They do not yet wish to join you.
Yeah.
All right. Turn 9.
We want to go one more round.
We can do this.
Yeah.
All the way around. Let's bring it all the way around to
All
10.
right.
Let's finish 10. 10 is a good number.
Good
So,
plan.
will the allies please roll Mo dice?
I just did. Oh. Why are the allies rolling dice?
For the
French
oh,
just
sorry,
moved.
French roll dice for the allies. Forgive me. Who's first?
I just did, but that's okay because Griff's roll was better than mine was.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it roll before. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Don't sweat, man.
I've seen the
I
official.
got to set my headset down for just a second. I'll be right back.
Which of the allies will go first?
I can go ahead. and go.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan if you go first.
Okay.
All right, Mike.
So over here on the left, my cavalry brigade.
Mhm.
He can't charge into that cavalry unit, can he?
Sure.
You can't reach him.
Yeah.
All right.
Even if he's like going over water to get there.
Mm-hmm. The only thing you can't charge through is forest.
Right. Okay.
We went through an
Oink.
awful lot of stuff on that to find that out. It was that and difficult moves were the thing that took up our most time playing this game, I swear.
All right. So that's 2 points.
All right,
Thank you,
two
Jim.
over there. Belker.
I assume you all know what I'm going to do.
Mhm.
Is this a town that we have to protect? Blasevitz.
Blasevitz. What is the status of good old Blasevitz? The French win by holding it.
All right, that's all I needed to know. I'm going to. This guy's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is going to join him, and Blucher will be able to score right behind him. These guns will move up. Up here.
You want to just put him? You're saying you want to put him at the edge of the hill?
That's a good point.
Just because remember, you can't shoot past the town.
Right.
Got it.
I'll put them under a drow and then
Mhm.
these guys. Scoochy, scoochy.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Over to you, Dave.
Sorry, bear with me. I'm just asking a question. Just sorting out tactics. It's very important.
Yes.
Tactics.
Especially your first time in the mosh pit.
Jim, you'll get a laugh out of this. I just got a message from somebody that apparently writing something for the site is a makeup assignment for a particular class for someone.
Nice.
Jim, how far can he charge? Is it over this open ground?
Over the open ground, it's still the.
We said
it's still
we said 16, right?
16. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, terrain. It's interesting. Terrain doesn't affect it. No, sorry, it's not 16. It's 12. 12, 12, 12. 6 and 12.
12. Okay.
I think I might. Ooh, okay. Let's
Hey, Dave. I just.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna move the new core that's coming, I think.
All right.
You can come all the way up to within 12 inches, right?
Mm-hmm. Problem is, if he's gonna do that, I'd rather he did it on an individual basis because it's not gonna fit neatly in this spot.
No, I understand. I would just letting him know that he can come up a lot further with
Yep.
some of these guys if he wanted to.
This
If he
guy
doesn't want to,
can't
that's fine
see.
too.
This guy, yeah, he can come up farther.
Yeah. I just wanted to let him know that
I can come further, or
Yeah.
or
yes.
These guys, remember
Right.
we do that. When the first activation, you get that reserve move.
Oh, of course. Okay. So, but they can't go through other units, can they?
Yes, you can interpenetrate as long as you complete the interpenetration.
Right. Okay.
Whee.
Sorry. Whoops. Sorry.
You
I can
can't-
go on another 6 then, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have like 36 inches. I'm holding the ruler, so I think this is the nearest unit. You just have to stay 12
Yeah, I
out of.
agree. I mean, for example, one simple thing to do, not that that's what you want to do, is you could form a line to the right here. Off the
Yes.
front.
Yeah. I was just
So you could
just
do
thinking that.
So you can just do that without measuring.
Right. Okay.
You could also get your cavalry in front of your infantry if you wanted to.
Yep.
You know, you don't. You've got so much room that you can juggle some things around if you wanted to.
Okay. But they really have to keep together, right? I
You
mean,
want to keep them within 3 inches of each other, yeah, to manage
Hmm.
those activations.
okay. I think it would be a good idea then if I maybe keep my cannons there on the crest of the hill there.
But keep in mind, though, they can't overshoot their own units. Just FYI for you.
Right.
Right. I may be a little stuck. I may have put things in the wrong position.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Though you got so much movement here. You can juggle things around. You don't have to move them as one solid block and leave them in that same formation.
So okay, for example, what if I wanted to say like send the cavalry left?
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't. It's best you don't grab them as groups. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
That's something to be avoided.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, actually, Jim, one of these guys. Yeah, it was this one. I think that was here.
Sorry.
No, they weren't prepared.
He wasn't
yet.
prepared though. He wasn't prepared.
Got it.
So what if I was to shift the cavalry over to
Sure.
the?
Sure. You got.
Okay.
You got all kinds of room. But just move them individually.
That'd be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
This guy's over here with these.
He's too close to this guy, though. He's got to step back.
Is he? Right. Okay.
Yep. Maybe behind the gun. There you go. That's fine.
There we go.
And you're wanting to.
I think maybe put. Do you think the infantry can fit behind the cannons? Would that be a better idea?
Yeah, that may not be bad.
Yeah.
Only because now you're leaving your guns a field of fire.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try that.
And I know for a fact that you guys are out of move.
Yep.
So,
but at least they're in position.
We do have gunnery. What you've got 2 horse guns right here, both of which can shoot.
I got some on the.
So what do you want to do first?
We'll use the right horse artillery and we'll target the 1st Brigade again. I think.
All right. Well, that fella is brand new. 6 dice. You want 6s.
Oh,
wow.
Corey!
Wow!
Ouch!
Wow.
Never let it be said you wouldn't let it go out with a bang. All right.
I'm on the other side of the table and that hurt.
Not this one though.
Sorry, I think I might save the ammunition for that one.
Right.
I think their time to shine is yet to come.
Blucher's got big positionals. Mike, you got a gun over here?
Well, okay. You don't want to shoot your guard foot artillery over here also?
You can't shoot that guard.
Okay, sorry. Oh, he moved him. Okay. Yep, I'm going to shoot him in town.
No, because didn't they move last turn?
Who's this?
The foot guard. They moved last turn.
I'm sorry. Yeah. This guy moving up. Yeah, that guy can shoot. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. I'll go for a Debilly in the 2nd Brigade, please.
Mm-hmm. This is a heavy artillery battery, which means you get to roll 6 dice, but you get that bonus.
Oh, splendid.
But there's that bonus counting.
So the 5 counts, right?
Exactly.
Ooh.
Not quite as spectacular, but there it was nonetheless. All right, that shooting has happened. All right, Mike, over here.
Yep. Heavy artillery.
That's 3 with a bonus.
Why 3?
Because they're in cover.
Oh, because of the town. Yep. Two hits.
Ooh. Nasty. Your gunnery has been very effective, gentlemen. Well done. Matter of fact, that's a worthy photograph. Musketry? I see any?
I don't think we have any. The French ran away. The guy's hiding here in this
Pheasantry, they can't
forest
see
area.
out.
Pheasantry,
They
right?
can't see out.
And I can't see them, and
Right,
so
exactly.
we have the
Between
cavalry
those
charge.
things. There's the charge then. All right, Brant, here's the way this works out. And also for Dave.
Yep.
This is a oversized brigade, which means it gets 8 dice. It is, however, in difficult terrain, which means it goes back to 7 dice. You have a current elan of 5. You are undersized, so 4. And you are in difficult terrain, so 3. Therefore, this is going to be the rolling of 7 dice to 3 dice. You are hoping to roll 4, 5s, and 6s. Each 4, 5, and 6 counts as a hit. Whoever gets the most hits wins.
So I'm rolling 3 dice.
Yep. And Mike's rolling 7.
Yeah, and I'm getting my ass kicked. All right.
Maybe. 4 hits.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, what's worse,
2 hits.
the worst thing of it is he's going to retreat you straight off the board. He takes 1 hit.
That means I get to come back on anywhere around the edge I want, right?
Yeah, right. No. That is a demerit to the French morale, which drops them to 17.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Hey.
So they have retreated. That was the only melee, though, correct?
Yes.
Mike, you can advance into that space if you're inclined to do so. 3 inches straight forward.
No, I'll stay.
Would have thought so. All right, let's do one last half turn then. We will, because that's it. We do. Oh, sorry. No, that's right. That's for the French. Turn 10. 1/3 of the way through the day. Look at us. Can somebody please roll the Mo dice for the Allies? They get 4. No, it's the French's turn. What am I doing?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
The French get 5.
Yeah.
I get so confused. French, please. Who's first?
Griffin, go ahead and do your thing up there with
Napoleon.
with the Emperor.
Okay. Let's see.
Dylan sure that he warned you about using French cavalry.
Yeah.
I'll start with
Well-
these 3 brigades here.
Got it.
Part of the chat was at some point I was asking Griff, I was like, should we just go ahead and charge because I'm running out of space to back up? And like knowing that the charge was likely to get its ass kicked, it would have at least died on the map instead of being chased off the board. I don't know that it would have made a significant difference last turn because I needed that activation to start bringing the dragoons around the pheasantry. But, you know, Jim, when I'm talking about, you know, just like blowing some stuff up, in part it was tongue-in-cheek, but in part it was trying to avoid things like that happening. Because at a certain point you just run out of room to back, you know, to
That part.
run out of ground to give.
On that basis, I understand it.
All right, that's it for my, 2.
2. Brant, you're up.
Yep. All right. So I think the obvious thing, we're moving 4th Corps and finishing occupying this town down here. All right. So
Yeah, movement.
these guys are going to complete the occupation of this town, which it's like an inch. So I'm not really that concerned with it.
Right.
And then we can pivot them whatever the hell direction we feel like. Right? So I
Absolutely.
can take those guys around to a more sensible facing. Okay. These guys still have crappy terrain to deal with. So they get 3 inches. The number shall be 3. 4 is too many. 4 is right out. All right. And then these dudes also get. Whee!
They can go 6.
Yeah, but I can't change spacing if I do that, can I?
Correct. You can only change it at the start.
All right.
So yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll send them the 6 because nobody's close enough to make a difference on the facing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right. That's 5.
I'm just curious. Shoot, I didn't mean to move that. Hold on. I meant to measure. My bad. All right.
You're in range.
Okay. I just didn't want to leave people out of range for
Yep.
activating stuff next turn. So
Dig
that's what I was checking.
That's 5. Back to you, Griff.
All right.
Okay. I'll do the 2 cav units here.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, I'm just curious. I know Tabletop Simulator has the flick command. Has anybody used it in a Blucher game before?
You actually can't flip the flex table.
Ah, that's too bad. I just wanted to go down there where Mike's Cav just ran me off the board and like start flicking guys in the ear. Just knowing that it's like 38 degrees outside, you know, at the time of the battle, I just want to go start flicking guys in the ears.
There you go.
Right, that's it for my 2.
All right, so that was 5. That's 7. Brant, to you.
Okay, we're gonna come down here and attempt some dragoonishness. Okay, so these guys crossing the river, what does that do to their movement rate at that point?
That takes him to 6.
Okay, which is kind of what I was planning on. So that's not really anything major. Okay, there's that one. Let me grab this one. What did I just do? Wrong button. All right. I'm not putting into my own dude yet, am I? I'm at a low angle, so I can't really see if I'm bumping into him.
You're fine.
Come on, take him up. There we go. All right. Really too much. Okay.
All right, that is.
Go
ahead.
Yeah.
You still got this guy from 3 core.
He moves with the dragoons.
This is all 3 core.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is Davu.
Yeah. He only goes 3 inches. Though.
Correct.
Dirty, nasty legs. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think that's all my dudes at this point.
That's 11 allies. Can the French keep going?
Yes, yes, they may.
Griff? Tired of getting them shot at, I guess.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted there. I was backing up that infantry brigade, so that's 2.
All right. So that was 11, 12, 13. Brant, to you.
Yeah, give me just a second. I gotta ask my partner a question here real quick through the chat. All right, sorry, just need to confer with Griff on something we're looking at doing here. Griffin, just so we're clear, I'm fine with either. I just need to know which one you have in mind.
Okay.
Okay, got it. All right, so we're back to me at this point. These guys have already. That's who moved the first time. What are we at for number right now, guys?
13.
Okay, so we are going to activate and move the reserve here. And they get all of 3 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that is those guys.
15. How about now?
They are done.
All right. Cannons. There are 2 French guns. What are they? Where are they? This one here.
Okay, the lead one. Let me check real quick. I'll fire them at this guard heavy brigade here.
Ooh, that's nasty. That is 5 dice with a bonus. Nothing.
Boom, boom, boom.
Some big nasty horse.
Tough luck.
That was bad business.
There's a French gunnery joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, I guess.
These Eastern European horses, they eat cannonballs for breakfast.
Oh, is that what I hadn't heard that? Very good. Very good. All right, musketry. Is there any?
No, because I think the only muskets we got in range are the guys shooting into the pheasantry, which, unless they are hunting pheasants, does very little good.
Right. I think that's it then. All right, awesome.
There is no melee.
All right, awesome. That takes us. We'll mark it to turn 11. I'm going to save this. Very well done, gentlemen, especially for the new players. Thank you so much. We'll take an overall view as we always do after I save. Good Lord.
Please do.
We'll come back next Wednesday for those who can make it. We'd love to have you back.
Oh, I'll definitely try.
Please do, David. And that's everybody here. You're more than welcome to try to come back. I'm going to grab an overall shot so that folks can
Clear the dice too.
Oh yeah, good point.
You already saved.
Quite frankly, Jim, I think
you.
it might be easier now that the podcast season is over for me to make it a Wednesday because I'm not out both Wednesday nights.
Awesome. Well, there we go. So we have the story. We can see, and once again, the story sort of evolves. We can see the our good friend, the Russians have come on in strength. The French are deciding what to do, and it looks like the French might be up to something right in here. But I guess we'll just have to find out, especially as this struggle down here continues. I did forget to check morale. It is 17 on the French side, and it is 11 on the Russian side. That's right. They have a disadvantage. I know. Garish and sad, but true. So that's what we have. Very good. Well, thank you all so very much. Thanks for all who played. Thanks for those who stuck around and watched. It is a much smaller battlefield. As ever, we will be back on Saturday for Leipzig Part 8. We will complete 1-person day of Leipzig. But I'm very glad we could come together, celebrate Austerlitz Day. Here is indeed Zappa Concrete, the greatest concrete plant in the history of the universe. and its wonderful pillars and towers. And here was my view of the sun of Austerlitz when I got my beloved wife up way too early in the morning to drive from our bed and breakfast which was in Brünn, drive the 9 miles to the battlefield just so I could be here early enough. Now, we didn't get here at 3 in the morning, but still early enough to see a lovely sunrise over the Zuran and over the Pratzen. So we got to see those things. Hope everybody had a great Austerlitz day. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday. In the meanwhile, please, as ever, take care of yourselves and one another. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jim.